Oh my goodness gracious, get your dumps together. It's tax season. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Voicemail Dump Truck, where we are your first and only resource for dump tax advice. My name is Jeff Bacalar. We got a full house of dumpers today. Someone's going to have to sit on someone's lap because the dump truck simply does not have enough seatbelts for the five of us. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Jeff Grubb.
Did you ever have to ride in the back of like a trunk? But I'm more thinking when you had your parents' station wagon and someone had to sit in the very back and sort of just roll around. Because I was on the tail end of that. I was born in '83. At the very tail end, we had a station wagon for a couple years while I was young, and I definitely had a couple times where the car was full and I had to roll around in the back without the seatbelt. It was the '80s.
The youngest one has to do that because they're the most flexible and least likely to get hurt.
The bones are soft. They're more malleable. Yeah.
Soft bones. That's what we call Lucy James. Soft bones. What's going on, Lucy James? How are you?
It's true.
No, it's not true. I've never broken a bone. I had a glass of milk just last week.
Right.
American
Therefore,
milk.
you are indestructible.
Yeah. Like the milk.
Thanks, Calcium.
The Calcium Kid. That's that terrible movie.
To more,
I was going based off how many times I've seen you fall over.
Yeah.
Oh, I have weak joints. That's different.
There you go. That's what I was like. I'm sad that the people watching can't see the little emotes that we're putting on.
Yeah,
on
they
screen.
can't.
Yeah, they can't.
Wait, can they not? Because it's coming in through Discord, right?
No, it comes in through Discord, but I don't think Jan's doing screen.
It doesn't
capture.
come over. Yeah.
They can see a little bit of it.
Capture.
They can do a little bit.
Good.
Yeah, they can't see my one though, which is sick.
We were driving down the road and this guy in a utility jacket, a neon reflective utility jacket, sticking his thumb out. I said, pull over. We got to pick this guy up.
Mm-hmm.
So we picked him up. His name is Vincenzo Caravella. How are you, sir? What's up, Vinny? What's going on?
That's the intro you're going with for me? A guy in a utility jacket?
Yeah, but that's something you would do. That's something you would do.
To put the utility jacket on and hitchhike is definitely something. You nailed these. You got it. You nailed it. Yeah,
Have you ever hitchhiked? Have you ever hitchhiked?
No, that's super dangerous. I also grew up in the 80s, and you don't hitchhike. That's just the thing you don't do.
I feel like there's spots where you can, and you kind of don't have to worry about it.
You want to end up on a milk carton, buddy? No, you don't.
Who the hell is looking at the back of a milk? Did one milk carton save one person?
I'm going to say yes. By the law of large numbers, I'm going to say it saved at least one.
And don't they put missing people on milk cartons?
Yes.
Yeah, that's my point.
Thus, it probably has saved at least one person.
Yeah,
one. They looked at it saved one person, but not because the missing person. Somebody was like, "Oh, they put missing people on. I should look at that and be like, damn, there's lactose in milk. I can't drink it." And then they put it.
Presumably they put missing people on milk cartons because the market penetration of milk is insane. Like everyone's buying it, right? Yeah. Is it still the case that milk is the best vessel or vehicle to alert people that people?
No way.
Is it surely? What other product do you think is more in vogue?
Soda.
Well, I get those alerts to my phone now, right? If somebody and it just says go buy milk, and I have to go to the store and buy the milk. And then
go buy milk to see who's
someone is missing. Go buy milk.
I shouldn't joke about that. That's it's a bad thing to joke about.
I feel like we can joke about it.
I have a little joke.
Surely, not everything can't be off limits. That's how this show works.
Okay.
Vinny, you've never been to the Voicemail Dump Truck. Thank you so much for being here. Here's how the show works.
Okay.
I think Jeff has been on the Voicemail Dump Truck, not been to the Voicemail Dump Truck. Just
Vinny.
It's a state of mind.
Yeah. It's exactly his state of mind. Here's how the show works, Vinny. This is a call-in show. People call 707 Exit Flu. They leave a voicemail for us, and we react to it. We help them out. We respond to it. Whatever the caller needs, we're there to provide. So that's the story. Usually at the top, we share some sort of personal anecdote. If there's something going on in your life that you want to talk about, it doesn't have to be super personal. It could just be sort of whatever. It's up to you. You don't have to share. Don't feel pressured. Just saying, if there is a moment for that, the moment is right now.
I feel pressured on behalf of Vinny. I feel like you should have warned him that you were going to be like, hey, now take over the show and talk about your personal life.
Yeah. Do all that.
Let's see. What's going on in my personal life? I made a video with my son. He's got a talent show coming up, and I've got to export that video. And I talked about this already, possibly on another podcast. But he likes doing stand up, and so
he's got type 5. He has a type 5.
He's got a pretty tight 3 to 4.
Okay.
I would say. But it's all submit a video now. So he had to make a video, and he wanted to do stand up, and I was like, oh man, we can't do that because stand up video that's gonna bomb.
Yeah,
you can't just do that. So we cut a video with like those like TikTok-ish videos where he tells a joke, then it like whip pans to himself, kind of doing something funny, and then kind of whips back, and then we edited it and we got it together, and I'm pretty excited about it. And my wife made me do a re-edit, and she said, you need to take your editing out of this video and leave it to him. You have put too much of yourself editing wise into this video, and just leave it like he shot it. And I was like, all right, well, whatever. You want him to
Nepo baby.
Yeah, seriously. Did you like superimpose a brick wall behind him?
No,
like how'd that go?
No. It's
so what you're saying is you helped your child get to grips with how to make TikToks.
We're getting there. We're getting there. Or helped him, to produce TikToks for other people, because I feel like that's really the market.
That's a big market.
Yeah. You don't want to be this person.
This is great because you are setting your child up both for success and failure at the same time, which is fantastic.
That's right. I mean, that's what a parent does. I mean, that's and then you just put a quarter in the kind of like future therapy drawer, and you say, "Okay,
more than a quarter, buddy."
In this economy,
that shit's got to fold. All right. Well, thank you for sharing that. That sounds awesome. I would like to see that privately. So let's talk after the show. 707 exit flew. My dad is calling me. I will hang up on him.
No, get him on the show. No. Get him on.
Dude,
and put another quarter in the therapy jar.
There was a time where Sweet Lou would get the airtime. I don't think that.
Wait, what's happening?
What are you saying about Lou? Is he a loose cannon right now?
No, he's retired, so like nothing matters. He's like there's no stakes. He's just a loose cannon. One person got canceled here today. I'm not trying to make two. You know what I mean? All right. Jan Ochoa driving the dump truck. He curated a fine list of voicemails. We gotta have our guest of honor get first dibs at picking one. So please, Mr. Vincent Caravella, have at it.
All right. I would like to. Oh boy. Okay. Here we go. In honor of you invited me on here, Jeff Bakalar, I'm going to pick smart appliances for 300, please.
The answer.
Hey there, Dumpuccinos. I am calling to ask how you feel about smart appliances. I went to Best Buy the other day. We're thinking about doing some upgrades to our kitchen in the nearest future. And so many appliances, microwaves, refrigerators, the fucking refrigerators, man. The ovens, everything. They had smarts in them, and I told my wife, as we're looking at, I'm absolutely in no way going to ever buy any internet connected appliance like that. You hear the nightmare scenarios of it's the 4th of July, I'm going to grill, but shit, my grill has a firmware update. What the fuck? Who wants this? Anyway, it made me unnecessarily mad. I want to know what you think, especially Bakalar. I know he's off the refrigerator beat, but I'm sure he's still got some thoughts. Love y'all. Bye.
Still education.
Now that guy has a type 5.
That's the type 5.
That's a good
caller. I feel like, Grub, didn't you have something happen recently with a bunch of your shit?
Yeah, it's still happening. I bought this house over the summer, and when I bought it, the one thing I was worried about is the kitchen has all Samsung appliances. They're terrible. They're all trash. They're real bad. The ice maker, which of course breaks on every Samsung fridge, broke. And this happened right after the microwave, which is 3 years old, and it's an over the stove microwave, so it's one of the more expensive ones. That broke just completely out of nowhere. It needs a new magnetron or something like that.
Oh, hell yeah, a new magnetron.
Exactly. I'm like, let's get one of those. It's no, you just get a new one. You just got to get a new microwave. There's no point in replacing it. It's okay, cool. So yeah, I've been in that world, and I've been doing some research. My understanding is no one connects their smart devices to the internet. You have to get a smart appliances because that's all they sell these days. No one actually does the work to connect them. I'm like, I remember like when I first moved in here, I would like look for my Wi-Fi and get connected. I was getting all my stuff connected to my Wi-Fi, and I saw Samsung refrigerator as like it's shooting out its Wi-Fi signal all the time, and I'm like, well, that's weird. And then when I was messing around with this thing, it was like, oh yeah, you can connect that, but I still haven't, and I never will. I don't see the point. That's just weird.
Yeah, I think there's just two polar opposites for this sort of stuff. I feel like there's somewhere I would like to be able to like preheat my oven before I get home. Like there's a world where I want to do that, but just
You wouldn't be like, you wouldn't be nervous about turning the oven on with nobody there?
No, dude, that's I think that's like urban legend weirdness. I get it. Like,
what is urban legend weirdness?
Where it's like
fire start. Apparently,
I mean,
I don't believe in fire starting. That is urban legend.
Jeff, you have a child.
Yeah, well, he won't be home. He won't be home when
yeah, he won't have a home to come back to.
Insurance. What's that?
You can check to make sure the oven is turned off. That's like people leave the house. Oh, did I turn the oven
off?
It'd be nice to check that.
I mean, I realize like that is a thing you want to be home for. Like my wife's always like, turn the dryer off before we leave the house, right? Because the one time we leave, that's when the lint is gonna catch on fire. And it's like you got a point there. I don't know.
I guess like people use Roombas, right? Those are smart appliances. That's a smart vacuum, isn't it? So
yeah.
Yes,
I like this.
Like the most smart. What do you mean?
The smart, what do you call it? There's coffee machines as well that are like.
Oh, I think we. So at the beginning,
yeah, you used to have one.
Did we actually ever?
Jen had one.
Yeah, no. At the beginning of the pandemic, when Jen, Greg, and I were all going to be working, obviously in the apartment, we very quickly decided to buy a coffee machine, and I think we got one that was Alexa enabled. It didn't say anything. It didn't catch me. But I don't think we ever ended up actually wiring it up. I think Greg just got up in the morning and just turned it on. So
yeah, your great connected device. Yeah,
this is not quite Greg. This is not quite the same thing. But yesterday I unboxed my hand soap dispenser that I got for my kitchen. And then realized it was a battery operated, so I had to charge it first. I charged it. It's pretty sick though. It's one of those ones where you put your hand underneath.
That is useful. You don't want to touch it. I do like that sort of stuff. Yeah, is that smart though? Is that like considered a smart?
I think it's smart. It knows my hand is there.
It's kind of fucking.
I think smart means like connecting to like apps and shit. I don't think.
Yeah, like if I can control it from my phone, I feel like that's a smart. Well, I mean, I have Alexa enabled. I'm fucking saying the word quietly. Some lights I have, but I don't really have.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what else I would put. Like a thermostat or whatever.
Lights and I've got 2 cameras in my apartment that I activate.
I have remotely. A cat cam. That's true.
Yeah, to keep an eye on my cat.
I got addicted to pausing and playing my TV with Connect forever ago. Where I'd be like, okay, Xbox play, and okay, Xbox pause, so that I could go walk out of the room and take care of something. I'm like, oh, I left the show going. Let me just pause it while I'm walking away. And so I set up my TV with like Google to do that, so I can. It basically works exactly the same. And now when I am like making the kids lunch, I go like, okay, Google play, True on Netflix on Family Room TV,
True
and that
rules.
Yes, True's a good. Yeah, it's a good show. And so
TVs, TVs with the Amazon Assistant on it. I have used, and there was a way to connect the PlayStation 4, I think it was, via some weird jiggery pokery nonsense to like connect to Wi-Fi and then via Alexa to like turn it on and off. So I think my brother figured out how to do that one time and used it once and was like, this is awful, and just stopped.
Vinny, I feel like you we've had a lot of conversations about home ownership, and I feel like you're not like totally against the fact, like you like conveniences like that, right?
No, I think I'm totally against it. That's my bet.
You have some stuff, right?
I not intentionally, just because everything comes. Like I bought an electric toothbrush for my kid, and it came with Bluetooth in it. Like what?
What do you need Bluetooth on a toothbrush for?
It's like an iPad for an app or something. But like,
dude, have you got Pokemon Smile?
No.
Okay, so you don't need this Bluetooth thing, whatever. There's genuinely a licensed Pokemon app that teaches kids how to brush their teeth, and we were with some friends. We got drunk. I think it was Thanksgiving, and I downloaded it and tried it afterwards, and it was pretty great.
It's pretty good.
When you brush your teeth, you are fighting Pokemon, and then at the end, you get to capture the Pokemon, and then the next time you brush your teeth, you wear it like a little hat.
Kind of cool.
Okay. So you gotta
It's
you gotta look at yourself while you brush your teeth, though.
Well, yeah, because it shows like where in the mouth, and it
Wait, you open your mouth,
makes sure you're doing it properly.
Like you open it,
make sure you're doing it properly.
Or like hit a
It sends the
Pokemon.
data to Mark Cerny. Mark Cerny's like,
No.
get that mouth.
Fucking validate it.
Yeah. Graphical data of your mouth.
I love the idea of Doug Bowser sitting behind computers, just watching video feeds of the inside of people's mouths, going,
mouth
"Hell
do.
yeah!"
Show Bowser what
And then Pokemon Company person just being like, "Look at all that."
I still have a radio that I use. I prefer to hit the button on the radio instead of using a smart. I find it faster. I literally find it faster to go and just hit the one power button on the radio than to go either on my phone and bring up. I mean, listen, does anybody listen to radio here? Like
No.
broadcast?
No, because I want to listen to the stuff I want to listen to. I don't want to listen to 30 minutes of chat and
It's
then
too much work to think of something I want to listen to.
Listen,
No,
I'm not listening to adverts unless they are about Casper or Blue Chew. All right.
That's the radio station I listen to. It's all adverts about Casper and Blue Chew.
I do think the Nest stuff has become a really invaluable piece of technology. Like the thermostat stuff, I think is very good.
Oh, sure. That's true.
You
I can
know.
I
use
wish,
that.
but then that's my fucking radiator. I don't think that's Nest enabled, unfortunately.
We'll get there.
I
maybe.
I don't ever turn my radiator on. I fear it. The first time I moved into this apartment, it was like making the loudest noises, and then eventually I turned it off and we got it fixed to stop, and it hasn't made those noises since. So now I'm just like, if I turn this on, I'm gonna get those noises again. But also, I just realized I've got an Alexa in every room in my apartment, including the toilet.
Yeah.
Wait, and not for the toilet. You're not like Alexa flush.
No.
Alexa, get ready. This is a big
It's gonna be a big one.
Alexa, full power.
Alexa bombs away.
Alexa, blast that ass.
That is the next step. A bidet or like one of those like smart seats that is connected into it.
Just Alexa, I'm so sorry.
You can be like Zap Brannigan on the water. Warmer.
Yeah.
Warmer.
Alexa, record
warmer.
that.
Too
was a good
warm.
one.
God.
No, not a lot of smart appliances here. I have built into a couple of things, but I usually turn it off.
All right. For now, you'll turn around. I promise.
Yeah, I'll come around.
All right, Jeff Grubb, you're up next. Choose a voicemail, please.
Yeah, let's see. Let's go with expensive food, please.
I have a question for you guys. If you have a family member, theoretically, who is getting you really expensive, nice food, but, like things like ribs, caviar, good cuts of steak, but you're pretty sure it's stolen, you're not fully sure, but you think it might be, would you take it or would you not? For the record, I have been taking it, so I just want to know what other people would.
Good.
Don't incriminate yourself.
Yes, it makes it taste better.
Weird.
Well, it's gonna go to waste otherwise.
Yeah.
No, but like,
how do you steal caviar?
Doesn't make sense.
How do you
if I
steal
robbed the
caviar? I
bank
need
and
to
then
know.
gave you the money, I was like, it's gonna go to waste otherwise. Would
Yeah,
you take
but
it?
money's not
money doesn't
perishable.
rot.
Yeah.
Caviar is very perishable.
How do you
But that
steal
belongs to
caviar?
someone.
How do you steal caviar? Like I don't know where.
caviar.
Okay, first, where do they sell caviar? Because can you walk into any place and just buy caviar?
Like a Wegmans.
And like a
Yeah,
a
Safeway.
7-Eleven, yeah.
nice Safeway or an Andronico's, definitely.
Yeah, there's-
Okay.
Like a
That's easy.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
a
I
nice.
get you some caviar. I get you caviar.
Yeah.
Okay, but is it expensive?
Yeah.
I think so. I've never bought
I
it.
bet it's not being stolen from the grocery store. My I thought it was like falling off the back of the
Restaurant.
truck. Sort of.
Restaurant.
Oh, a restaurant.
Oh.
Yes. Like some waiter at the end of the night is bringing it home, and it's like maybe it's in between of maybe it was going to get thrown out, or maybe it is being stolen. Like they might have used it for something else.
Listen, you have a very airtight alibi.
You can't return the food and then use it. No one's going to use that food if you return it. You should take it and eat it because it does taste better if it's stolen.
I'm going to see if I can DoorDash some caviar. I mean, I'm not going to go through with it, but I'm just curious.
Whole Foods sells caviar, by the way.
Okay, yeah, I believe that.
Times are hard right now. People are struggling. If you can steal some food and eat it, just fucking do it, man. Just do some crime. Do crimes.
Watching Demolition Man too many times.
Crimes.
Now you're doing your Dennis Leary.
I'm doing my Dennis Leary. Yeah, if you see a Taco Bell truck, you rob that shit. You know what I'm saying?
But there's like a difference between like the like somebody like please and like the apple off the side of the cart and stealing that and like being like I got 4 truckloads of caviar. Don't worry about where it came from. Don't worry. Just eat it quickly. Eat it quickly.
These corporations need a reminder that people are a threat. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So San Francisco is probably not the best place to do this experiment because I typed in caviar and there are 3 specialist caviar places that you can DoorDash caviar from.
Let's check out Cleveland, Ohio. I'll be right back.
Mekon, a nice Safeway they were bought out in the UK years ago. I know, but they are still very prolific over here. There's a lot of Safeways, so don't worry about it. I know that there's none in the UK anymore.
I'm walking up to a house with a delivery, and that shit says on the receipt like 7 orders of caviar.
What are you doing?
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just throwing it at their door.
Yeah,
I don't know what I'm doing.
I'd say eat the food. Don't worry about it. Like I don't think you can get charged with it, and unless it says like for orphans and like tape on it, and you're like, don't worry about that. That's the grocery store. Just like I'd say eat it.
It seems like the like a Recco case would not consume you in the conviction as well. You'd be fine. You'd be an innocent bystander. Okay. What did you know? It's just your family member feeding you some steak and caviar. Like
don't ask questions.
The problem is that
for $13.32, I can get keratin color rich caviar hair dye from Meyer, and that's the best I can do here in Cleveland.
Hair dye.
Listen, I don't know. You talk to Meyer. I'm not explaining this.
Keratin.
The problem we have now is he has revealed that he suspects that it's stolen. So in a court of law, he would incur.
Yeah, but everyone knows
we're going down as well.
No, we haven't handled any stolen goods. This man has eaten them. They're inside him, and he has pooped them out. So he has fully transferred the stolen goods. He's not only taken it, he's consumed it and then defaced it by shitting it out.
The toilet.
It's implicated the whole way down. Even the sewage processing plant now has to, like I process stolen goods.
All the money.
May I tell my stolen-ish food story?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
So my favorite college professor used to throw weekly barbecues at his house, and he would buy a lot of meat. And I'm thinking, like, how's a college professor getting this? He would also get the local high school band to play jazz at these hangouts, and he would hit up the massage therapy department at the college and be like, hey, you want to just give massages at my place? And one time I asked him, yo, professor, how you getting all this meat? And it was like, oh, I have so many credit cards that I'm just racking it up, and I'm not going to intend to pay on them. I'm going to flee the country as soon as they come after me. I can't return meat. And
plan.
He did flee the country.
What an exit strategy.
Exit
strategy.
That's the dream.
I have questions about the fact that not only did he bring masseurs to this party, but your college had a whole department?
It was a community college, so there's like a lot of trades and stuff.
Oh, hell yeah.
Imagine being like, I'm in America, the land of opportunity. I have arrived. I have set myself up as a teacher, and now my plan is to use credit cards to buy loads of meat until until the cops come for me. Then I will flee this promised land.
It's the perfect crime. What do you mean?
God.
That's when he went back and he fled the country. Everybody's like, I did it. I lived my dream.
My belly is full. Yeah, my dreams have been met.
Just on the other side. So why did you leave America? I fed them and then I fled. That was my plan.
Fled.
If it wasn't already blowing up his spot to tell this story on a podcast, his side gig was building expensive birdhouses for rich people.
Oh no!
That's a pretty good gig.
What is this? I love this
Get that
meat.
anywhere.
I want to know
This
so much more about this
educational meat bandit that you've been growing up with.
I think he informed a lot of my adulthood. I think he did.
What class did they teach?
Let's
Economics.
just say he taught an ethnic studies class.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The birdhouse stuff is so specific. Oh,
I'm not going to say the country he fled to, folks.
it's fine.
Does it count as stealing if you like are given it by an employee who's like, I'm going to throw this away? We're gonna throw this away.
I think if you are unaware and can prove that you were unaware, you can.
Because I had one time, well, twice actually. One time I was walking past a Krispy Kreme's and someone was like hauling a comically large bag of like a garbage bag of donuts that were just going to waste.
Oh.
And like looked at me and was like, "You want these donuts?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll take those donuts."
Sure.
And then I just walked around that area giving donuts to the homeless people. So
Aw.
I mean, they were on the craziest sugar high. It's like, they had like 10 donuts each.
Sure. All right, very good. Lucy, it is your turn.
I would like to listen to D in space,
Oh, I wanted that.
please.
Last night, I had a dream that Dan got to go to space.
Oh.
And while he was in space, he got to go on a spacewalk. But he got separated from the ship, and they could not rescue him. He was just declared dead in space. I remember thinking to myself, that is the most Dan-ass way to die. What do you think is the most Dan-ass way to die? Or alternately, what is the most you-ass way to die? Love you, bye.
That is the least Dan way to die.
Yeah.
Like, it's too spectacular. I think Dan dies on squeezy cheese or something like that. Like, he chokes to death on squeezy cheese and like dies with a smile on it. You know how they catch the Joker at the end of a Batman piece and he's like smiling with like his rictus grin? It's that, but he's got like fucking liquid cheese all over his face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the most
Dan's
Dan
gonna
way to die
outlive
is
us
to not
all.
die. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's
just
gonna
not going
outlive
to.
us all.
Yeah. I don't think you can kill him.
Either that or like he's able to like finally take some sort of like soup like pile driver from like someone like, and he really wants to do it in the ring and his neck just crying. And that's his Joker death where he's just
you know what?
like,
I'm gonna try mayonnaise today. I'm gonna actually try mayonnaise, and then that somehow he has an allergic reaction.
he's like
and it does kill
definitely
him.
allergic. Yeah. Totally.
I know. I'm kind of with the Dan. Just like cheats death, like Bill and Ted
Mhm.
style.
He's already- but
plays
he's
death
already
in
done
Soul
that.
Calibur, and like
That's old hat. He's survived like so many. He's burned every cat's life.
he's Puss in Boots. Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
In that case, it would be a situation where like it's the
I saw
end
that
scene
movie.
and he's like, I've lived a good life. I'm
Uh-huh.
ready to go. And he like hops into a volcano or something like that.
Yeah.
No,
He's like, I guess God forgot about me.
But he'd be like, he lives forever, and he's like, I think I'm good. But then like he's going up, and then God comes down to finally, he's like, Dan, time to go to heaven. And he's like, God's here. But then God slips on some shit Dan left in his room, and Dan has to become God, and now everybody in heaven's like, it's like, hey guys, I'm God now. Everybody, like,
The wafers at church communion become Oreos, and you dip them in nacho cheese.
Nacho
Yeah,
cheese,
it's like,
yeah.
oh, exactly.
Like heaven is now replaced with like Mario Party setups everywhere, and it's become
Oh,
hell.
God.
just imagining people taking communion and coming away with like nacho cheese on their lip, like, like, hey, yeah, that's how it goes down.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, that was truly upsetting. Let's
Uh-huh.
never do that again. Damn. Pick the next one, please.
I would like surprise you can get in your mouth.
Hey, my little dumplings, where's the beef? The beef's right here. Cincinnati Eric calling, and I've got a bone to pick with rice. Undercooked rice is the worst rice. It is the worst surprise you can get in your mouth. And I bet you can't name one thing. I will take undercooked noodles. I will take undercooked eggs. But God damn it, I will not take undercooked rice. It is like sand.
Do you guys support undercooked rice on here? What's the,
Wait,
No, we don't have like a.
No, I don't like it, but like he said, I would take undercooked eggs, which is salmonella
I mean,
poisoning.
that-
What the
yeah,
fuck?
let's not
That's
judge the
wrong.
guy.
That's wrong. He's
Yeah,
the
don't do
caller's
that.
I
wrong.
don't know. I mean, I bit into some undercooked rice the other day at Chipotle, and I was very disappointed. Chipotle's usually never lets me down. I bit into it, and it was like the perfect shape to basically like push into my filling, and it just felt terrible.
Oh.
It was like biting rocks.
I've
It was
got
the
one
worst.
worse though.
Yeah, I have a lot worse. Let's hear it.
Sand in your food, like if you're at a beach or something,
Sure.
and
Sure.
you get sand is probably worse because that's not food anymore.
No, what's worse than biting into an omelet and like hearing the crack of an eggshell?
Yeah, I do hate
Yeah,
that.
that is really bad.
That's all right.
I live with them. I don't like it.
Yeah, you don't like it. I also think like
because that's
something-
just one small piece of shell. With undercooked rice, you've got many grains of undercooked
yeah,
rice.
you're fucked. The meal's over. Like switch it up. I also think biting into stuff that you don't expect to be cold is very upsetting. Like deeply troubling. When you're like, oh, the middle of this burrito is inexplicably cold or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
I hate that.
I've done that where I've like reheated some mac and cheese and it's just been like a block of ice or something in the middle. That sucks.
I think
But in terms of like disgusting things in your mouth.
Surprise. No, surprise in your mouth.
Oh, surprise! No. When you bite something and you think it's gonna have a more firm center, and then it has a liquid center.
Yeah. That's a surprise.
I mean, the classic is when you go to take a swig of like milk and it's well past date.
Oh,
like, that is the ultimate like bad
Your first
surprise,
mistake
right?
is just drinking milk. I don't understand that.
There's nothing wrong with drinking milk.
There's lots of things.
I had a
wrong with
glass of
it.
milk just the other day.
I
Would you
think
guys
that's
order
like a
milk
UK
at a restaurant?
British
Would you guys
thing,
order a
yeah.
glass of milk at a restaurant?
How old am I?
Oh, gross.
Today.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, so quick story about this. So there's a chain of pubs in the UK called Weatherspoons, and Weatherspoons is a place where you get really cheap alcohol because the guy who runs it, like runs the chain, he buys alcohol just before they're about to go off, and then sells it super cheap. So he's also like pro Brexit. He's a shitty guy. Anyway, Weatherspoons years ago did this thing where they started doing app ordering because they wanted to, just get people in and whatever. So that became, so that's the thing. It became a big thing where people would just go to Weatherspoons and then say which table they were at, and they would tweet it out or something, and people would just send stuff to them. We went as a group of friends, and one of our friends was unable to make it, but he found out our table and just kept sending us shit. And then the point came where he just kept sending us glasses of milk, and the guy from behind the bar came out and just went, "I'm cutting you off. Like, I am accepting no more mobile orders for this table.
You're drunk.
And
You're drunk on milk. I gotta cut you
yeah,
off.
and we were just like, it wasn't even us. And then his final act was he ordered a thing of kids' peas, like garden peas. And the guy came out and he wouldn't even give us the peas. So,
Wait, why
fuck
can't you get
Weatherspoons.
peas?
Because he thought we were just
Cough.
taking the piss, and it was like, we would have eaten it.
Oh man.
Milk upsets me because the first, like, as soon as you're done chugging milk, or not chugging milk, but like drinking
Chugging milk.
racist. No, like when you when you drink milk and then the first sound that comes out of your mouth is like that.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
why milk's the grossest fucking thing in the world.
This is
Yeah.
insane.
No, the thing is as well is that milk is shit over here. Like,
we talked about this
If,
before.
if I'm at the shop and I'm buying a bottle of milk, it should not last longer than 3 fucking days. That's the cutoff for milk, not 3
Alright.
fucking weeks.
Well,
America.
that's another reason why you shouldn't drink it.
And it does taste different.
Yeah, but
Lower
milk
calories
is
are
good.
much- yeah.
I mean, like if you eat a lot of chili food like I do, milk is good to have on hand because it
Sure,
does
that
like,
makes sense.
calm
yeah.
the stomach quite a
Neutralizer,
bit.
yeah.
Yeah. Also, like flavored milk. Come on.
Love
Sorry,
chocolate
what?
milk. Yeah.
Chalky milk.
Oh, yeah, sure. If I was like a little.
Were you gonna
child.
do that in a British accent?
No, I was just
Did
gonna
you
say
say
like
if I was a little child?
Yeah, like my kid is like,
happened to you,
Daddy, can I
man?
have chocolate milk at
What
dinner?
happened to
It's
you?
like,
Where
sure.
is the joy
Living
gone
in
from your
Britain.
life?
Like, sure. There's no, yeah.
That's the
How
Adam
about a
Sandler
milk-
album, What Happened to Me, right? That,
You know what,
all
Jeff?
about Bacalar.
I'm gonna set you at some homework. Okay.
Okay.
Next time Dylan has a glass of chocolate milk, I want you to have one too. Just take a picture of
Aw.
yourself and with your son,
It's
just
a lot of
side by
sugar.
side,
It's a lot of
just
sugar.
having some chocolate milk and send it to us so we can look.
Okay.
And then,
But
Fine.
Yoo-hoo does not count. No Yoo-hoo.
Yoo-hoo's
no,
all right.
Yeah,
no
no,
Nesquik. You,
No.
it's gotta
Go
be-
get some good stuff.
Yeah, get
You
some
know?
good.
Okay. Okay.
Have you had a milkshake
Sure.
recently? Okay.
Sure.
That's
Not
just-
recently,
That's just
but
chill
like,
milk.
look, I like ice cream. There's a shit ton of milk in ice cream. I get it. Like, I just
Yeah.
don't like the act of drinking milk by itself. I
Okay.
think that's a gross.
I'm with them. The
Yeah.
Taco Bell hasn't opened up near you yet.
No, it has not. Thank you for asking.
We're checking in on this. We're checking in.
The Taco Bell has a big "We're hiring" sign on the front
you're
of
close.
Okay.
You
So
think
we're
about it?
getting around to it. I've been preparing my
Resume.
nether regions, if you will. Actively just punching myself in the gut whenever I have free time to get it back into Taco Bell shape, if you will. So
We need
more on
to-
that to
We
come.
need to convince a Taco Bell to let Dan manage it for like a month.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
I don't think much.
Oh,
That
talk
would
about
be such a good idea.
stealing food.
Yeah.
It's all out there.
Yeah. All right. Selfishly, I will choose the next one. There's a couple dads here. Let's do dad questions.
Good morning, 3 a.m. boys. I have a question that's been bothering me for the past minute. What is the distinction between a DILF and a Zaddy? It's going to keep me up.
Okay.
Thank you.
This is my expertise. No, I'm kidding. I want to hear from you all first.
I think Zaddy is more like dad bod sexy.
I was
And I
gonna
think
like
a
they're
DILF
more
is like
pizzazz,
is
right?
like is like a Ryan Gosling, like
No,
I
Ryan
think
Gosling's not. Well, Ryan Gosling technically is a DILF because he does have a kid.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think a DILF is like all Zaddies are DILFs, not all DILFs are Zaddies. I think
Yeah.
DILFs is all encompassing. If there is a dad and you would like to fuck them, they're a DILF, period. And I think a Zaddy is like a particular brand where you look at them and they've been working on it. They clearly
Yeah.
have been taking care of themselves. They've been using the ball deodorant that they got from their podcast advertiser.
Right.
I think all around, like that's what makes a Zaddy.
Well, Vinny,
Yeah.
what do they call you everywhere you go?
They call me. How'd you get in here? Please get out of here. Who let you in?
Yeah, I don't go to any place where they call me anything but like, hey, it's the parent of a kid my kid goes to school with. Like I don't know where you think I'm going. Like into a bar where they would be like, oh, look at this guy. Look at this player who just came in. Oh boy.
Yeah.
So,
The
no,
diff-
hang on. So
the
Jan
difference
just put
is-
in. Jan just put in chat. Zaddy equals Pedro Pascal.
Yes.
DILF equals David Harbour.
Yeah.
No, David
No.
Harbour is also a Zaddy.
No,
Chris
the
Maloney,
thing is, yeah.
Zaddy. It's
The thing
the
is-
energy.
Oh,
it's
the
it's
energy,
like
okay.
a daddy. You can like I imagine a daddy. You'll be walking down the street and you just see like an ordinary person who is like perhaps a bit older, maybe slightly graying, and looks like a normal, average, everyday person that's attractive. That you're like probably would.
Right, and
A zaddy is
word
where you're
daddy
like,
emerges
oh,
from you. You can't
yeah.
help it. It just comes
Yeah.
out.
A zaddy is like when they are like clearly putting time and effort into like elevating the way they look. Like Oscar Isaac is a zaddy, not a daddy. Yeah.
Chris Maloney. First of all, unbelievable ass.
Oh,
And he
geez.
knows it. But he puts like videos on Instagram where he's just like looking at the camera and then he does a little eyebrow thing. And it's like he can't keep getting away with it. He knows he's a fucking zaddy.
What's
okay?
your favorite Maloney
Zony?
piece of content?
Law and Order
Like
Special Victims
show,
Unit.
movie? Yeah.
Oh, I'm an SVU gal. Come on. The fucking sexual tension between Benson and Stabler? Are you joking?
Mhm.
I mean, you're
Is-
speaking a different language. I don't you know.
Is
he's
anyone
pretending.
watching? Is anyone watching the hot hit Netflix series? What is it called?
Oh.
What's it called?
Physical
Fitness
100.
Physical 100.
Physical 100.
No.
Yes.
Okay, so this is basically they've just got the most like ripped, strongest, buffest people in Korea and like basically put them together to do a tournament arc from an anime in real life.
Wait,
And
what?
it is like
Yes,
it is
it's
wild.
unbelievable.
It's like this person's a bodybuilder. This person is a championship martial artist. This person's a baseball player. It's like all walks of life, and they all come in and they're like insanely like either buff or you get some people who are like just huge but like built. and they're like, "Oh, I was the world's strongest man 2 years ago or something like that." And the idea is they just have to go through it. There's one guy in there.
I'm getting it, Tam. I'm getting the picture.
His name is Chu Sung-hun. He's which is his Korean, I believe, name.
What's his nickname? What's his nickname?
They call his Japanese name is Yoshihiro Akiyama, and they call him Sexy Yama. I have never been so obsessed with a man in my life.
Jeez.
He appeared
in the chat.
I'm looking
he
right
appeared, and I was like, I am rethinking my entire life because, dude, when he shows up in the show, I was like, what is this man? This is not a man. This is like a god. It is unbelievable.
Yeah. Oh no, he is still a big MMA dude, and he like.
So his whole thing is he's quite old. He's older.
Whoa, his legs.
Yeah. He's like 40 years old, and his whole thing is
he's close to 50.
His whole thing is I'm gonna be in the MMA and prove that as an older person, I can still kick the shit out of one. And he's there kicking the shit out of everyone. Like, he comes in and like the room is filled with like 80 other like absolutely insanely strong people.
Like
he comes in and
Olympians.
he comes in and people stop and they look and they're like, we cannot believe he's here. They all line up to shake his hand one by one. They're like, we are so like honored to be in your presence. And he's just like, all right, lads, how's it going? He's incredible.
This is a beefcake. This isn't a Zaddy or Daddy. This is a beefcake.
No. He's a Zaddy because when he wears a suit, when he's being like.
Dude, I'm gonna put this picture into the chat. Look at that image.
Yeah, that's
that is insane. I'm
looking at.
I've got that as my fucking phone wallpaper now. Like, that is it.
He's like trying to open like just imagine him now in daddy mode trying to open like a pickle jar or get the batteries out of a
looks like that's
car.
what he's doing.
Yeah.
He looks like an anime character in real life.
Yeah.
He's there's no fat on that body. It's insane. I looked at it and I was like, I will never take my shirt off ever again.
I will say this about being a dad and like just dad strength with little kids. It's kind of awesome because they have no relative. They just think like parents are the strongest people in the world because they'll be like, I just can't get this bag of chips open.
Yeah,
yeah, give me that.
Can you get that picture up
but
on
also
screen?
Kids are like human kettlebells, right? So it's like you are getting a little
100%.
Just dealing with them normally. It's like, I actually do have some pretty good arm strength right now after 4 years of this shit.
Slack it to me, Dan.
All right, I'll slack it up, mate.
Wow, I'm glad Jan used his pervert voice for that. Cool.
Yeah, right?
Dude, I'm gonna send this, and I hope we do not get flagged by our company to be like, "What are you sending to each other?"
Inspo.
All right. While Jan's working on that, I went to chat for the next voicemail.
Okay.
And they chose apt description.
Hey, one of my friends once said that Kesha looked like she was born at a party. So, what's the most apt description anyone's ever given anybody in your lives? I love you.
I got one.
I have one, but it's something that I said.
All right, that counts. One time I heard
not about someone we know, but there was a guy who looks like Shaggy with responsibilities.
Okay.
Shaggy with
I like
responsibilities.
I like that.
Responsibilities, yeah.
Oh, do we know this person?
No.
I heard one time I heard someone say that Pete Davidson looked like he was not done cooking, like he was not fully cooked. I thought that was really good.
There was a really good thread on Reddit recently where it's like those kind of burns on celebrities, and one of them was
I got one.
shit. I think it was Ben Affleck can't be. Oh, what was that Ridley Scott movie he was in recently? And it was like him and Matt Damon, and it was like set in the 1600s or something. And they said I couldn't take Ben Affleck seriously because he looks like he knows what a cell phone is. Last Jewel, that was it. His face looks like he knows what a cell phone is.
A Counting Crows song got put on YouTube, and the top comment was, "You guys know what the Counting Crows lead singer looks like? He's got the hair."
Oh
kind of sticking
yeah,
like
that
this."
man. has dated some
He's dated.
unbelievable women.
He's dated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. That's right. Okay, and the top comment was like, "Wow, that's a really talented pineapple," because he's got the hair like a pineapple sticking out.
That's real good. I love that.
Jan, I'm a big fan of this. Keep it going.
Wait, what's he doing?
Dan's just replaced us.
Oh,
Like,
he's
that's all with,
good.
Oh, I think this is the coworkers he wants to work with. I get this. Yeah.
Someone in the chat said that just you don't watch enough wrestling. Wrestlers don't look like that, man. Like there's no
he's a
shot.
cut
He's
above.
like
Bobby Lashley
he
kind
is
of got that same vibe going.
also
right?
like he's not like he doesn't move like a wrestler. He's like insanely fucking
so
agile and
fast.
good. There's a bit in the show where they're like doing a kind of like one-on-one, and the person who he goes up against just challenges him to a fight, and it's incredible. Just like fuck.
Damn, he's really concentrating. We're gonna wing it back around to Vinny because he got to go first. Vinny, this is probably gonna be your last voicemail, so make it count.
Sure. Can I go with inaudible?
Sure.
Yeah, skitty boop that boo, grub, skitty diddly billy boo, backlar, skitty doo that boo, these are the giant bomb boys.
Oh, that was completely audible. That was
It
misrepresented.
was audible.
I
It was very
understood
audible.
every word of that.
That slapped.
Do you want to do another one? Because there's nothing really. What can you say after that?
It's beautiful.
It's art.
Okay, let's go.
Can we make that the theme tune for Dumptruck?
Yeah, next week. Let's go.
I would like to go with Doritos.
Oh.
You don't
Hey,
like a Dorito?
dumpers. I just got home from the old evening commute on which I listened to a playlist that featured a lot of upbeat Mario Kart music. And I found that this had a disturbing effect on me while driving. Didn't think of that up front. But I find it instilled a mood of, hey, let's go fast and have fun at the expense of morality. And my question to you is, would you listen to Mario Kart music on a, say, 30, 40-minute drive on the highway? How do you think that would go? Also, just thought you should know I saw the custom license plate Doritos. Okay, thanks. Bye.
I like. Okay, good. Okay. Cool Ranch is very good. Fan of the spicier flavors.
Would you listen to Mario Kart music?
Mario Kart. Uh-huh.
You would?
Yeah, I have done that.
It just seems so unhinged.
I when I was a kid, I hooked up my Super Nintendo to my tape deck and I recorded the entire Street Fighter sound test and would play that.
That's sick.
I love that.
Yeah, like just walking around to like Guile's theme, of course.
Oh yeah, just walk. I walk to like I got the Metal Gear Solid 2 soundtrack on recorded from the game to cassette using a hi-fi, and would just walk around my daily life listening to that.
Vinny, do you think you were more likely to get in fights when the Giles theme was playing though, in your ears?
Who wouldn't, right? Like you just
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah,
smash through a bar and it's like, dun, 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 and you're like,
Yeah,
all right.
I think with the Mario Kart thing, it would make sense to like pop it on when you hit like a motorway, freeway, like where you can pick up
Yeah.
some speed. Like I don't want to be
you can power
driving
slide.
at like slow speed, listening to like the Rainbow Road theme because that's way too fast. Just be like, oh, I need to speed up.
Do you think everybody would gun it if traffic lights here did the like deep, deep, deep?
Yes.
Yeah.
What a
Yeah.
terrible
Yeah.
idea.
Right now.
But would everybody start gunning it on the second to last
Second
one to
beat,
try to
yeah.
get, try to get the
Nice.
boost?
You just see one Ford like Focus just spinning out in the back, just be like, oh.
By the
fuck.
way, that's got to be a joke in the movie, right? Like that's got to
Oh,
be.
it has to
Yeah,
be.
100%. Yeah.
I listen to the Social Network soundtrack a lot. Just
Well, it's because you're a guy, you know.
yeah, my guys, the two of them.
Your guys.
But no, I'm trying to think what else I listen to. But
I
then
like the
I kind
Bloodborne
of
soundtrack.
Bloodborne. I thought you said porn.
Oh, I listen to porn soundtracks.
Porn song. No, I'm trying to think. Yeah, any like. I mean, if I want to feel, actually, no. When it's raining, I do deliberately put the Persona 5 soundtrack on and just walk around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mass Effect.
Mass Effect 2, yeah.
That's a good soundtrack.
When I'm wandering around in my backyard at 2 a.m., I put on the 2 a.m. music from Animal Crossing. Go talk to some animals.
Why are you wandering around in your
what are you
backyard?
doing?
That's what I do in Animal Crossing. So it's, you know,
Just
it seems to fit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone over the weekend came up to me and was like, "Is Animal Crossing safe to get for my kid?"
Some random person.
There's a
on the
man
street?
on the street.
No, I was like, my brother's brother-in-law.
Okay. What did you say?
So
I hope you said
he's-
no, absolutely not.
I was like, "How old's your kid?" No, it's fine. I was like, "Yeah, it's fine. It's like the most harmless shit ever. Like, absolutely."
Yeah.
But
it's all
I don't know
about
where they
capitalism.
got it in their head that like Animal Crossing is potentially fucked up for a child. Like, no. What do
That
you
is,
mean?
like, is this some commie video game? What's going
Yeah.
on?
Yeah. Is this kid gonna make me a communist? Anyway.
Is it Christian enough?
Yeah,
probably not.
exactly. What kind of values we talking about here? All right, Grub, you're up. We only have a few minutes, right, Vinny? You got to go in like 15.
Pick a good one.
I do have to go pretty soon. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, you asked that one. I'm gonna do hell in my mouth. We're gonna finish the mouth duology.
Hey, Dumpers. It's Colin from Bel Air, Maryland calling. Another simple question for you. What's your go-to hot sauce? Just general. Can't seem to find one that works well with me. Either red vinegar water or hell in my mouth. Just looking for some ideas on a go-to hot sauce or eggs. Food in general.
Yeah, we get it.
These are live, right? Yeah. They go right,
Cool.
yeah.
Cool. There's a place, I don't know how widely distributed it is, but Jersey Barnfire, there's a black garlic hot sauce that is just really good stuff. I don't know if you're into that, Vinny, but
I am way into. I've got my wife got me a subscription to monthly hot sauces.
Oh, yes.
I like
Yeah,
that.
it's really good. But we did have we had a sponsor once, and coincidentally, I also like their hot sauces. But Yellowbird, I think, makes a very good hot sauce.
Yeah.
Who said that?
you're right,
I
Grub.
think that was that was not me.
That sounded like the most grub, yeah. Ever.
Yeah, was this a Jan?
Listen, it's just because Jan sounded hungry. That's what hungry people sound like. So, yeah, that sounds like me. Yeah.
But
right,
it's
Yellowbird?
flavorful. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna add that to my list.
Yeah,
So recently I've been like mixing it up with chili oil.
Oh,
Sure.
It's kind of
Yeah.
It is.
Shut up, Jeff.
I've been getting I think it's called Momofuku's crunch oil. It's really good. I like that a lot. But like the hot sauce wise, there's a brand called, I used to get it in the UK all the time. I think it's available here. It's called Encona. It's
Let's
like hot-
go. Wait.
yeah. It's hot pepper sauce, and it's like you get like Carolina Reaper sauce, and it's really good. It's a little more on the more acidic side, but I really like it. It's got a quite a sharpness to it that will, if you're not like ready for it, will hit hard.
Oh.
And Kona is good.
I like. I honestly do just like Tabasco a lot. I think one of my favorite foods is vinegar, and I think the main ingredient in there is vinegar. Then I discovered this is more of a barbecue sauce, but there's a Cleveland barbecue place that does a very vinegary based sauce, and it was really delicious. And I can never remember them. Mabel's. Thank you, Mike. He was right in chat right with them. Mabel's in Cleveland. They're like kind of a yellow vinegary sauce was just it really blew me away, and now it's like the thing I think about the most when I think about a type of food that I'm craving all the time. Give it to me. Give it to me. Yeah.
Once I had so much vinegar, it put me in hospital. So
Shut up. Really?
No, it's true. It's true.
Come on.
I
Did you
had like
screw up your pH balance or something like
no,
what
they were like you basically you're about to speed pickle your insides. And like I had to like throw up. They like induced me throwing up to get it out.
Same thing
I was
happened
just
to-
like
God.
drenching chips in like vinegar, like just
that is like
saturated.
the most way to die.
I mean, that also sounds delicious, but yeah,
It was incredible.
Way to
And then-
go.
And then I felt like the world was like folding in on it. I felt like I was in the center of a black hole, and like had to be rushed to the hospital where they were
Oh,
like,
man.
Jesus
You were
Christ.
snorting salt and vinegar chips. Yeah.
There's worse ways to go.
I just have sriracha. I don't
Yeah, I like
that.
sriracha.
That's a
Yeah,
good one.
Solid.
Good.
Sriracha.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna break the rules here on the dump truck. I feel like Vinny
What?
should get to choose
No,
like the
no,
last.
no.
Yeah. Do it.
I already,
Yeah.
Do it.
I already
Yeah.
no.
No,
Yeah.
You know, There's a couple here that I think you should get the crack at here. But
Let the audience pick the last one. I want to give my vote to the audience.
What a guy! You heard it, chat.
Yeah, that's it.
It's
Let the
now
audience
your decision. Cooking meats.
Hey guys,
Cooking meats.
you guys were talking about cooking meats on the last episode. You guys need to get into the sous vide. It's French for under vacuum. It's always a fan favorite at my parties. You essentially vacuum seal meat and then cook it in some real hot water.
Yeah.
It makes the perfect steak every time. I've made countless turkey breasts for Thanksgiving in it. It's just wonderful. It's like cheating. It makes the perfect medium rare steak every time. You just sear it when you're done, and I don't know, it comes out perfect every time. So that helps.
We put a bunch of chicken and cook it that way, and it just like pulls apart so easily, and you could like turn that into whatever you want. It's really good. That is the way to. But I don't like the fact that you have to like put the meat in a bag. Like I just think like a plastic bag cooking in a that seems not great.
Did you see the viral video that was going around recently about this?
No, you
Where
that's the very online people.
Someone did the same method, but since you didn't to give people a way of doing this without buying the specialist equipment, they cooked the steak in a dishwasher. And it was
dishwasher cooked salmon, I think it is.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like,
a thing. I've seen that.
Yeah, thing.
I watched that. I was like, "What's going on?" People were very upset with that. I was like, not happy.
That's the thing. I have an instant pot. I have an air fryer that I haven't even taken out of the box.
Oh, those rule. I love them.
I will get around to that. I just don't have a lot of counter space, and so it's kind of a faff. So I don't need another thing, you know?
Disgusting faffs, yeah.
Yeah. Disgusting faffs.
What's your go-to way to cook stuff, Vinny? You're just like a grill zaddy, right?
A grill zaddy. Yeah, I'm a big fan of cast iron pans, so I just have like one gross cast iron
Not
pan.
cleaning them, am I right?
Yeah, that's right. Like,
gotta season them.
You got to quote unquote season it. That means you don't clean it ever. You just scrape it off every once in a while. No, I mean I clean it once in a while, but yeah, I love a big old cast iron flat surface that I throw everything on. I have a meat thermometer that sits next to the counter because I'm colorblind. I can never tell when stuff is turned from red to the color it's supposed to be when it's cooked. So I just put meats on there. I guess my biggest thing is I try to make sure they are flatter. like a big thick thing is always tough to cook. So I will cut things sometimes in half or butterfly them or do whatever. But yeah, I'm kind of a big old metal flat surface and throw it on there.
The sous vide thing, that is you put it in a big pot, right? So that it's like, okay, because I think I remember this might have been a Will Smith thing, putting it in a bathtub and cooking it in there. But this is only a test. Maybe I'm remembering that.
Pretty fucking hot.
Yeah, see, I don't know.
Like
Maybe
a jacuzzi.
Yeah.
Will Smith?
Yeah.
Keep my steak's name out your mouth?
Yes,
That's exactly the person.
Slapping them steaks. That's how you cook them. That's the only way to do
Oh,
it. Yeah.
Get those sloppy steaks going.
Yeah.
Oh. Put some water on it.
Yeah, I feel like I've never cooked anything. The best. I think like the reason people do it that way is the evenness. It's like so reliably even. You know, which was like I think what people struggle to do on a grill, where like you'll have the end that's like know medium well, and in the middle will be medium rare, and you're just like, well, what the fuck? That's to me, like as far as I can gather, that's why people use it so much, and also because of how like tender and sort of almost like breaks apart. You know, like that's what it does. It tenderizes it in a really good way. God, I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
These days, like for dinner, like with the family, it's pretty much like, I don't know, what can I get done in 20 minutes that is just hunks of something. Like, hey, I threw some there's some kind of thing that was left over in the fridge. It might be beans. And I threw some greens in there. And what is it? It's mac and cheese. It's mac and cheese. You love it. You always love it.
My kid's favorite meal is assortment. Give me an assortment every other night. What do you want for dinner? I want an assortment. My little one asks for an assortment. She acts like adds like 3 extra syllables in there.
I know what that
she's
is.
going to a restaurant. She's like an assortment.
Yes.
I know exactly what that
Surprise
is,
me.
Grub. It's
Yeah.
3 pizza bagels, scrambled eggs,
Often, yes.
and then like buttered toast.
Yeah.
And here comes Uncle Sal with a truckload of caviar. Hey, hey, put a little on there. It's gonna throw it. Hey, this stuff has to go. I gotta leave.
You didn't get it from me. Okay, bye.
Don't bring
I was never here.
I got a flight to catch.
Yeah. I'm putting my professor buddy out of the country.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today for the voicemail dump truck. Vinny Caravella, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you guys for having me.
Where can people find you? Where can people support you?
We're over at Nextlander, and you can find us for support. You support with the good vibes that you send across. I feel those all the time. Are you vaping? No, you're just.
No,
putting
I'm just
something in
like
your
chewing
mouth.
on a chip clip. That's all.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
And patreon.com/Nextlander if you want to go check out all the fun stuff there. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me on. Good to see
course.
everybody here.
Yeah, this is
Always a
great.
pleasure.
Please
Yeah.
come back. Please come hang out, and take me out to dinner again. Okay, that'd be cool too.
Yeah, that was a fun dinner. Yeah, that was a good one.
Jeff Grubb, Lucy James, Tamor Hussein, thank you for being here. Thank you so very much, Jan Ochoa, for screaming into the mic at random moments in the podcast.
Yeah. One more thing.
Appreciate
Jeff, my wife is upset. She keeps finding those jerf stickers all over my house because my kids got a hold of them.
Hey.
That
sounds like a you problem.
I came with this camera right here, and I just set them aside, and now they're
Sounds like a-
everywhere.
At least they're not the eggshell ones that I have. Those don't come off.
Right. Okay. Thank you. I guess. Yeah,
You're welcome. You're welcome. I wouldn't do that to you. Only
Thank you, I
caviar.
appreciate that.
Only caviar. That's gonna do it for us. 707 exit flu. That is the phone number. Call it up, leave a voicemail, and we hope to hear from you on next week's episode. Until then, thank you so much.
Yeah,
We'll see you.
skiddly-boop-da-boo, grub, skiddly-diddly-boo, backlash, skiddly-doo-da-boo, these are the giant bomb boys.